welcome to this week's Level 2 Pilates class. For today's class, you're just going to need a mat, a headrest, and then to make things a little bit harder, if you have 2 light weights and then a roller or a little ball, just to make the bridges harder. Otherwise, you don't need either of those 2 things. It just makes things a little bit more difficult. But we'll get started with the warm-up. So we'll start on the hands and knees. Make sure the knees are directly under the hips, hands are directly under the shoulders. Drop the rib cage down, arching the back, looking up in front. And then rounding out the spine, looking down between the knees. Drop the rib cage down, arch the back, looking up in front. And then rounding out the spine, looking down between the knees. Again, dropping the rib cage down, arching the back, looking up in front. And once more, rounding up the spine, looking down between the knees. And then coming to a neutral flat back position, straighten out the right leg behind and the left arm in front. Draw your belly button in towards your spine. Focus on getting your balance here. Keep your neck long. Look down towards your right hand. And then small circles with the arm and leg. And lower down. Left leg, right arm. Again, keeping the back nice and flat. Reach the arm and leg away from each other. Keeping the neck long, and then small circles with the arm and leg. And lower down. Shifting all the weight over to the left. Straighten out the right leg and the right arm. Try to focus on getting your hips parallel. Once you have your balance, small circles. And lower down. Shift the weight to the right side. Straighten out the left leg and the left arm. Again, focus on getting your balance first. And then once you have it, small circles with the arm and leg. And lower down. Dig the toes in underneath. Pinch the shoulders back. Lift the knees up. Bring the right hand to the left shoulder. Left hand to the right. Try to keep the hips as still as you can here. Alternating each side, right, left, one more on the right, last one on the left, and lower down. Then we're going to come into a high plank. So hands are stacked just under the shoulders. Walk the feet back into a plank position. Draw your belly button in towards your spine. And we're going to hold this for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right hand goes into the center of the mat, twisting it open through the chest and through the mid-back. And then switch, twisting the opposite way, getting a nice rotation through the mid-back. And then once more, facing the right. And once more, the opposite direction. And then back into a plank. Rest the knees down for just a second. And then once more, lifting the legs up. We're going to lift the right leg up and lower, and the left and the right, left, right, left. One more on the right, last one on the left. Lower down. Bring the knees apart nice and wide, sitting back into a child's pose to stretch out the back and shoulders. We're going to bring the left arm underneath the right and lean your weight to the left. Stretching out the left shoulder. And then bringing the right hand underneath and leaning your weight to the right. And then lift the hips up a few inches and sit back into the shoulders, just stretching out the lats on the sides of the rib cage here and the shoulder joints a bit more. And then we'll come onto our backs. And then we're going to imprint the spine. Shoulders are relaxed. Bring one leg up at a time into tabletop. Keeping the spine imprinted. Tap the right foot down and then the left. Nice soft taps. Gradually reaching a little bit further away. Making sure the low back stays pressed into the mat. If you want to make it harder, just tap further away. For 3, 2, and 1. Squeeze the legs together, then tap both legs down, keeping the spine imprinted. Gradually tapping further away. If you feel your back is lifting, just don't tap the full weight. Just stop about here and then come back up to tabletop. Good, but if you can, try to tap the toes down off the mat. If you want to make it harder, you can tap the heels down. For 3, 2, and 1. And rest the legs down. Then we're going to imprint the spine, lift the hips up, keep the hips up, bring the right leg into tabletop, and lower, and then the left leg. Good, don't let the hips drop. Right leg, left leg, alternating each side. Keep the hips up. If you want to make it harder, cross the arms across the chest, or you can hold them straight up in front of you. We have 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and last one. And lower down. Then we'll grab the roller or ball if you have one. Otherwise, just do these on the mat. So this just makes them a little bit harder. So we'll bring the arms down by our side. Imprint the spine, lifting the hips up, and slowly lowering down vertebrae by vertebrae. So tailbone hits last. So imprinting, so tucking the hips back, lifting up, engaging the glutes, and then slowly lowering down, starting from the rib cage all the way down to the tailbone. Imprint, lifting up, slowly lowering down, making sure you're really controlling the movement, and lower, imprint and lift, and lower. Good, 2 more here, and lower, last one, and lower, and then elbows on the mat, hands on the rib cage, imprinting, lifting the hips up, and lower down, imprint and lift, and lower, imprint and lift, and lower. 5 more, 4, 3, 2, and 1 more, and lower. And then arms across the chest, shoulders are relaxed. Imprint, lifting the hips up, and lower down. Good, imprint and lift, and lower, vertebrae by vertebrae, lifting, and lower. Good, 4 more, 3, 2, and last one. And lower down. And then we'll put the roller under the right foot, or if you don't have anything, just foot on the mat or on a small ball. Left leg into the chest, arms down by your side, imprint the spine, lifting the hips up, and slowly lower down, keeping that left knee in tight to the chest, and lower, imprint and lift, and lower, lift, and lower. Good, 5 more, 4, 3, 2 more, and last one. And then switching over, left foot on the ball or roller, right leg into the chest. If you're just doing these on a mat, you can also cross your arms to make these harder if you don't have a ball or roller. Otherwise, you can keep the arms down by your side if you want to make it a bit easier. Imprint, lifting up, and lower down. Imprint and lift, and lower, lift, and lower. Pressing in through the heel on the left leg. Just helps to engage the glutes a bit more. Good, 3 more. 2, and 1. And then switching back, right foot on the ball roller, Left leg into the chest. Elbows on the mat, hands on the rib cage. Imprinting the spine, lifting the hips up and lower down. Good, imprint and lift and lower. Nice and slow on the way down. Imprint and lift and lower. You still want your tailbone hitting last. Good, 3 more. 2, and last one. And then switching. Right knee into the chest. Imprint, lift the hips up and lower. Imprint and lift and lower. Keeping that right knee in tight to the chest. Good, 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and last one. And lower. Last set of single leg bridges. We'll put the right leg back on the roller, left knee into the chest, and then we will bring the left elbow down, right arm across the chest. If you want to make it harder, cross both arms. If you want to make it easier, bring both elbows down. Imprint. Lift the hips up, and nice and controlled on the way down. Imprint and lift, and lower. Imprint and lift, and lower. Lift, and lower. Good, 4 more. 3, 2, and last one. And then last set here, switching over. So left foot on the roller, right leg into the chest, right elbow down, left arm across the chest. Then we will imprint, lift the hips up, and lower. Good, imprint and lift, and lower, imprint and lift, and lower. Make sure you're getting the hips up all the way. Good, 4 more. 3, 2, and last one. And lower down. Then we'll put the roller out of the way. And I'll give you a quick rest, and then we'll do some lower abdominal work. Imprint the spine. Bring the legs in a tabletop. Straighten the legs up. Shoulders are relaxed. Small flutter kicks with the legs. If you want to make this harder, tuck the chin to the chest, rolling forward, and make those kicks a little bit bigger. Otherwise, keep resting the head back. Good. And in 5 seconds, we're going to change to scissor kicks. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then switching back and forth. So the further down your legs are, the harder this is. If you want to make it easier, bring the legs up here. You could rest the head back. Otherwise, if you want to make it harder, bring the legs a little bit further away from you, as long as the spine's imprinted. Good, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Resting down. Next, we'll imprint the spine, bring the legs in a tabletop, squeeze the legs together, hands behind the head, chin to the chest, rolling forward, elbows and knees in together, knees and elbows apart. In together and apart. Try to really reach them away from you as you reach apart, and let the elbows go wide. So really opening up the body and then closing. Keep the chin to the chest. We have 4 more. 3, 2, and last one. Resting down. Imprint the spine, legs to tabletop, chin to the chest, rolling forward, right hand to the outside of the right ankle, left hand to the inside of the right knee, and switch. Keep the chin to the chest. Try not to let the knee go past the hip, so don't let the knee come in like this. You want the knee just to come to the hip, and you're really reaching for the ankle here. Good. Keeping the chin to the chest. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Resting down. Imprint the spine, legs to tabletop, straighten the legs up, squeeze the legs together, slide them from right to left. letting them slide on each other, keeping the spine imprinted. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Imprint, legs to tabletop, straighten the legs up. Now we're going to do a big circle. So each legs are going to move opposite directions to make a circle, and then coming back up. So this one's a new one we haven't done before. So each leg is making a half circle, tapping at the bottom, and then tapping at the top. Good. So back and forth, tapping the legs at each position. So they're opening up, tapping at the top, opening up, tapping at the bottom. Really good for the lower abdominals. We have 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Resting down. Imprint the spine, legs into tabletop. Squeeze the legs together, straighten the legs up. Then we'll do big circles with the legs together. So we'll do 10 and then switch directions. So let the legs slide on each other. 3 more, 2, and 1. See if you can keep the legs up, switch directions. If you need to take a quick break, that's okay. Just pick back up when you can. Good, try to keep the legs up if you can. We have 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. For the next one, this one's a new one as well. As we lower down, as we lift back up, we're just going to lift the hips up an inch or 2, lower down, and then lift up. So it's called a reverse crunch. So it just really targets the abdominals a bit more. So as you lower, when you lift back up, just lift up a few inches. So lower and lift, lower and lift. Good. Nice and controlled. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and last one. And lower down. Hopefully you can feel that one. I know I can. Then we'll straighten the legs back out. Grab a weight in each hand if you want to make it harder. Otherwise, don't use any weights. Squeeze the legs together. Arms forward, chin to chest, rolling up, sitting up nice and tall, shoulders pinched. And then slowly controlling as you roll down, reaching back. Arms forward, chin to chest, rolling up. Slowly rolling down. And rolling up. Slowly controlling on the way down. If you want to make it harder, reaching up. Keeping the legs heavy on the mat, don't let them lift. Controlling on the way down, reaching back, and rolling up. And rolling down, nice and slow. We have 3 more. And nice and slow on the way down, 2 more. Good. And last one. And rolling down, and then we'll just try 3 with the hands behind our head. Hopefully these are getting easier. So elbows stay nice and wide. Chin to the chest, rolling up, keeping the elbows out. Slowly rolling down. Keep the elbows out, 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 out. Good. And rolling down. 2 more. Chin to the chest, rolling up. Sitting up tall and rolling down slowly. Last one here, rolling up, and sitting up tall, and rolling down. Perfect, and then we'll do 1 more roll up, sitting up, and then we'll sit up nice and tall. We're just gonna do an exercise for the hip flexors, so sitting up nice and tall, hands by your side, shoulders pinched back, tighten the right thigh, lift the right leg up off the mat, and lower, and lift and lower. It's good to keep that foot slightly twisted out. Lift and lower. 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then 10 on the left leg. So sitting up nice and tall, tensing the left thigh, lifting the left leg up and lower. Lift and lower. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one. Bending the knees, coming back down onto your back, and then we'll just do a few into boat pose. So bring the legs in a tabletop, squeeze the legs together, arms forward, chin to chest, rolling up, balancing here, shoulders pinched back, ribs are forward, slowly curling the low back as you roll back, and rolling up, slowly rolling back down, reaching back, rolling up, slowly rolling down. Next, if you want to make it harder, reaching up and rolling down and reaching up and back down. We have 2 more. Reaching up and lower down. Last one, reaching up, switch to one weight, tap to the right and to the left. Keeping the knees squeezed together. Try to keep the legs up if you can. Tapping right, left, right, left. 10 more seconds. Nearly there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug the knees into the chest. Lying back, you could rock side to side. Whatever feels nice. And then we will come onto our stomachs. So put the weights next to you if you have them, otherwise don't worry about the weights. So forehead resting on your hands. Starting off by lifting up the right leg and lower. Keep the upper body resting down in the left leg and the right leg and the left. Press the hips into the mat, lift the leg up as high as you can, squeezing the glutes. Right, left, right, left. Keep the right leg up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left leg, 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Press the hips into the mat. Lift the upper body up and lower. Lift and lower for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lower down. Lift both legs up, small flutter kicks with the legs. If you want to make it harder, lift the upper body up as well. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the legs up, bring them apart and together, apart, together. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lower down. Bend the knees to 90 degrees. Bring the knees apart to the sides of the mat and the soles of the feet together. Lift the thighs up off the mat and lower. Lift and lower. Squeeze the glutes as you lift up. Try to get the thighs up as high as you can. Keep pressing the hips into the mat. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Straighten the legs out. Bring the hands down by your side, grabbing the weights if you want to make it harder. Squeeze the legs together. Keep the chin tucked in. Lift the upper body up, twist the hands back and pinch the shoulders together. And lower. Lifting up, twist and pinch. And lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Good. 3 more. 2 and 1. Hold here. Lift the legs and lower. Lift and lower. Keep the legs squeezed together. Keep pinching the shoulders back. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Bring the arms out in front. Keep the chin tucked in. Lift the arms and legs up as high as you can. And lower down. Keep the chin tucked the whole time. Lift and lower. Lift to get higher each time. We have 4 more, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Bring the hands under the shoulders, then lifting the upper body into a cobra. If this feels stiff or sore, just coming down into a modified cobra. And lower. We'll do that one more time. And then bring the knees apart, sitting back into the heels into child's pose. And then we'll come onto our right elbow, moving the weights out of the way. So either keeping the legs straight, or you could bend the bottom knee to make it a little bit easier. I'm going to start off with the legs straight just for the first few. So we'll lift the hips up high and lower for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Then I'm going to bend the bottom knee for the next few. If you want to make it harder, keep the legs straight. Or if you want to make it easier, you can come down onto your side like this. Bending the bottom knee, elbow under the shoulder. Lifting the hips up high. Lift the top leg and lower for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lower down. Lifting the hips up nice and high. Lift the top leg up. Small circles forward for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and backwards. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Lifting the hips up nice and high. Top leg up. Cycling forward for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and backwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Bending the knees. Lift the ankles up. Bring the knees apart and back together for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Grab the top of the ankle, stretching out the front of the thigh. Letting go, and then switching to the opposite side. Starting off with the legs straight if you can, just for the first two. Elbow under the shoulder, lifting the hips up and lower down. Lifting up and lower for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bending the bottom knee for the next few, or if you want, keeping the legs straight. Lifting the hips up, top leg up, lift and lower. Make sure you're reaching that leg nice and long. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Hips up nice and high, top leg up, small circles forward. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and backwards. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Hips up nice and high, top leg up, cycling forward for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, backwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. All the way. Bending the knees, lifting the ankles up, bring the knees apart and together. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Grabbing the top of the ankle, straightening the bottom leg out. Letting go of the ankle, and then we'll come onto our backs to stretch out the legs. Hugging the right knee into the chest. Shoulders are relaxed. Grabbing the leg with the left arm, right arm out to the side into a spinal twist. Back to the center, hugging the left knee in. And then bringing the leg across into a spinal twist. Back to the center. Crossing the right ankle over the left knee, grabbing behind the left thigh, pulling the knee into your chest. And then switching over. Left ankle over the right knee, grabbing behind the right thigh. Left foot on the mat, straightening up the right leg to stretch out the right hamstrings. And then grabbing behind the left. Bending the left leg, and then we'll finish off by stretching out the hip flexors. So bringing the right knee down, left leg up in front, imprinting the spine, sending the hips forward, stretching out the front of the right thigh. So really keeping that imprint here, making sure not to arch the back. So really tucking your hips behind you, or under you more so. And then reaching across with the right arm. And then switch, left knee down, right leg up in front, imprinting the spine, sending the hips forward. And then reaching across with the left arm. And then coming back to the center, and we'll finish with that.